This is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show, and tonight we're here at the premiere for CBGB's, a movie about Hilly Crystal and the famous Bowery Club that gave birth to punk rock.
On my very first show, my early shows on Rodney on the Rock, that's all I would play was the CBGB's bands, because there weren't, hardly any punk bands in LA. There's a couple of them. But CBGB's, I was playing, Blondie, the Ramones, Talking Heads, Tough Darts. I even did an interview with Hilly. He called in, the owner from CBGB's. And I used to play all the CBGB's bands, played there. And then the whole LA punk thing started happening. And then I played a lot of Ramones. My show, in fact, my first guest on my very first show was the Ramones.
Well, it's funny how that whole scene gave birth to the British scene, essentially, because they were looking at them and going, we can do this too.
Yeah, and I think it gave birth to the LA scene too, because that's when the Berlin Brats, the Dickies, the Pop, the Motels, and all these bands were starting to happen.
Rodney, did you think there was a different mentality in the New York punk scene compared to the British punk scene and then the LA punk, or the LA Orange County punk scene? What do you think the mentality was behind each movement there?
Well, I think the CBGB's, the New York scene, was a little more dressed up. There was the leather coats and the suit jacket coats, and it was just a little bit different.
And then you had the Orange County, the Adolescents.
Yeah.
And they were looking up to bands.
Punk, they did a lot of slam dancing with the Adolescents, and then the CBGB's are more the jumping up and down, more of pogoing.
What do you think the Ramones are probably the one band that you love the most out of the CBGB scene?
Well, the Ramones and Blondie, of course.
Blondie, of course.
Definitely, yeah.
Rodney, what's going on with you right now?
Well, I'm doing this show on Sunday nights, Rodney on the Rock, and I'm doing a book along with Harvey Kuberneck and Mark London about the glitter glam scene when I used to have the English disco. I had like a CBGB's thing, but it was a glitter disco with David Bowie, T-Rex. Yeah.
Because Brian Ferry hung out there, Robert Plant hung out there, David Bowie hung out there. That was the place to be.
T-Rex, yeah.
I mean, and of course the the Runaways were born there.
Yes, and believe it or not, Dee Dee Ramone actually came to the English disco when it first started out. And of course, Patti Smith came there, and
I'd love to see a movie about that.
Yeah.
About the English disco. I'd love to see a movie because that place was illustrious.
Yeah, I'll just wait till the book comes out.
Nice.
It's called Rodney Bingenheimer's A Glitter Revolution.
How's Kim Fowley doing?
He's getting better, actually, believe it or not. And he's going to be doing this Saturday. He's doing a book reading. He has a book out, and he's reading. What's that?
Soap Plant.
It's at the Soap Plant this Saturday.
Now, do you guys talk a lot on the phone and you support him?
Yeah, I'm supporting him now, yeah.
That's good because you guys came up together.
Yeah, he's quite a guy. He's funny, you got to understand his sense of humor. You have to understand it.
Do you know that they're rerunning the Monkees now on MeTV, I think it is?
Yeah.
Or do you watch it?
Yeah, I don't even get royalty checks. I should.
The Blairing Out Show.